Do you guys ever just have one of those days? Seems like everything is just off. I think it's one of those days. I don't know. I think, sometimes we have those days we just wake up on the wrong side of the road or wrong side of the bed. I don't know where I'm driving. But if it was a road, you'd be going the opposite direction. What? Here you go, dog. You gotta move your head, though. Today's not a good day for me. Sometimes I think we want a good day, and then it seems like everything around us just wants to ruin that. It's not a good day for me. It's one of those weird ones. Everything about today seems like the energy's wanting to bring it down. I've been drinking muy poquito. I know Spanish now. What's up, Robert? How you doing today? I got on here because I feel like if I come on here, maybe talk to some people, maybe it'll make me feel better. I got a dog here. I got a dog there. And I got a dog here. They surround me. But it's okay, because tomorrow's gonna be better. Today maybe wasn't the best energy, all that weird stuff, but I am very much, I know tomorrow will be better. I don't just believe, I know. Because you know what, even though as sucky as sometimes it can be, like today, right? I woke up and I want to have a great day. But everything about today was like, no good day for you. And you know when it sucks when like, even when the day's going bad for you and then you try to force it. And then everybody around you seems like it's the one time they're trying to push it more, if that makes sense. Like every energy around you is just like, I don't care if you're trying to have a good day, you're gonna have a bad one. And that's how today's been for me. So it's a little off. It's a little off. Quentin, what's good? Hey guys. Travis, Ken. Robert, what's good? The little one's right here. Right there. Oh, the beep, beep, beep. And then I have another one right here doing all the extras, and then another one's down there. It's a weird one. But how are you guys doing today? Today is an interesting one, but guess what? We're live, so how much can we really complain, really? KP, what's good? Amito, what's good? Travis, I know you lying, but thank you. You say you look really good today. I look crazy today. I look how I feel, which is not the best. I look like I just got out of bed. I didn't. I've been up. I cooked. And I drank. So it's been a boop, 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 boop type of day. But I got 50% of what, right? Amito. You want your name, maybe? I'm black and white. Dex says the dog in the back is tearing them covers up. You seen her, right? She be going at it, trying to get the little area comfy and everything. Only one of us old enough get to dream about. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm on live.
Oh, you
I
live?
appreciate you. Thank you. Can we play 21 questions? Ask away. I am here to answer. Yeah, you want to hit a blinker with Ted, I don't even know what that means. So you related to Caramel. Big One, I don't know who that is, so I don't think so. Robert, don't know. You're trying to make me cry. I've been drinking, I said. You know what that means? That means I'm already emotional. So I don't want to talk about that. I want you guys to make me feel better. Talk about other stuff. Talk about how amazing your day has been. So I don't have to talk about how shitty's mine has been. Stuck on the riverboat working till November. Sleepy, what do you mean? What do you work on what do you work to riverboat? Is that a specific time boat? What you do on a riverboat? Personality golden, slick. I appreciate you. Thank you. When you joking that king, working with, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't think I know who that is. CB, what's good? Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Okay, ask away. Where are you from originally? I'm from, well, I was born in San Diego, but I was raised out in Washington. So, yeah. I pretty much am a Cali girl, right? San Diego, I'm now in Cali, living here. I've been in LA now for 11 years. But I was raised out in Washington, so all the way up until about 9. I was in Washington, and then I moved to Cali. I mean, vice versa. Hold on. Until 9, I was in Cali. Then I moved back. Then I moved to Washington, and then I just moved back down here 10 years ago. So I've been here forever. Cali's home. What's my favorite food? Wait, hold on. Something Wong. Something Wong? Yeah, just not a good day for me. Max, that's a funny way to say it, though. I like the way you said it. Hernan, OnlyFans. Nope, but I got a private. It's a big price, though, so don't come if you're broke. We transport golden goods such as salt, beans, rice, sugar, and etc. Oh, that's what's up, Sleepy. Okay, that's kind of cool. So what, you get a lot of food on the boat then, right? Question 2, what is your favorite food? Okay, I eat everything, right? I love food. Now, if somebody came and was like, hey, we're about to put you on an island, you only get one food. What food is it gonna be? It's gonna be potatoes. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but look, think about it like this. A potato, you can make so much with. You can change it so many ways. That same one single potato, you can have it whole and get you a baked potato. You know what I'm saying? Or you could cut it up, get some hash browns. You cut it up, get you the square diced potatoes, the home style potatoes, or the shredded potatoes, or we get some French fries. Or you have so many options, mashed potatoes. I would go with potatoes. But now with that being said, I love seafood, right? I'm a big seafood person. I like the seafood boils. But again, if I was on an island, one food, it's gonna be potatoes. For sure. Where's your mom at? She's in Arizona right now, but she's actually moving back down to Washington. She's over Arizona. It's hot. I don't know if you've ever been to Arizona, but it's just hot, and she don't like it. I told her that before she moved there, though. But hey, some people, they gotta learn something their own way and experience it themselves, right? My boat goes St. Louis down to Louisiana. It sounds far. Sounds like a far ride. I went to St. Louis before, and then I went to New Orleans. And I don't think those two are the same, very close. It sounds far. 3, who would you say had the biggest influence on your life and why? Who would I say had the biggest influence on my life and why? My mother. I very much look up to her. My mom is a single mother. She raised all 5 of me and my siblings on her own. Obviously, as an adult, you know, I can really understand how expensive that expense is. You know what I mean? It's hard enough, obviously, taking care of one person yourself, and then you add in 5 kids at a time. My mom, she hustled. Like, my mom, she's a hustler for sure, for sure. And she taught me that, like, mindset. You know what I mean? And that mindset of always caring for others and always doing for others. Like, my mom is so crazy. Like, her story is insane, right? So my mom is now, she's 65, 66. So my mom is older for sure. And the time that she came up, it was so crazy. Like, my mom, she lost custody of us when I was young. So I was in the foster system for a little bit. Look, neat little fact. You guys are getting the drunk story side, because this stuff I probably wouldn't share with you. But I was in the foster system for a little bit growing up. And my mom, she lost custody of us. And after she lost custody of us, her and my dad, you know, they were both on drugs, like all type of the heavy stuff, right? And after going through all of that, like, my mom, she decided, you know, my dad decided it wasn't enough. They were in and out of courts, and then the courts finally told him, like, look, this is your last warning. My dad didn't stop. He kept doing, he was selling, and he was doing himself. And then, you know, my mom was doing, and eventually the judge was like, okay, that's enough. You know, you guys were taking custody. My dad went to jail for 10 years, and then my mom just lost custody. And we were in the foster system. They split us up and all kind of stuff like that. And then after some time, my mom, she definitely hustled. Like, she wanted to get us back. And it took a couple years, but she got us back, you know, 3 long years and everything like that. So it's like, and my memories are very vivid, right, from when I was in the system, which is really crazy. I know I was very young. But from the age of 6 to 9, like, you know what I mean? Even though you are very young, those are ages that can really impact you, right? So it's like, I definitely have, you know, we have traumas. Everybody has traumas, but I say that to say, like, you know, my mom, I look up to her. I look up to her a lot, because even though, like, you know, some people look at the bad and they think, like, oh, well, she lost custody. Like, why would you look up to somebody like that? Da, da, da. But, like, I look at the beautiful side of how she fought. My mom's a fighter. She fought to get us back. Like, they were not trying to just grant her custody. And then my aunt ended up taking us in after my mom lost custody. We were in the system for a little bit. And then my aunt wanted to keep us because she wanted the money from the state. She was a horrible person, and she used to abuse us and everything. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, we definitely, like, it was something different. My mom fought. She never gave up. And that's one thing I will always respect about her. So I look up to my mom more than anybody in the world. And she's always taught a certain, like, you know what I mean, ethic to life, just as far as how you treat others. You know what I mean? My mom's been homeless. Like, she's experienced all of that. So it's like, I've always been those people, I always give back. You know what I mean? I don't think, like, oh, whatever, someone's forced to the situation. No, you know, life is crazy. Life will happen, and then before you know it, you'll be in a fucked up situation that you don't even know how you got into. A lot of people look at homeless and they say, oh, they deserved it, or they wanted it, or they just gave up, or whatever. No, a lot of times people are forced in situations that we have no idea about. You know, and a lot of times, like, you know, we sit there and we think about, oh, how lucky we are. Like, honestly, I probably would have been homeless a couple times over if I had my family. You know what I mean? Like, my family, I went through a really crazy time, a really crazy experience, and my family was there to pick me up when I hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? Like, mentally, like, everything, just mentally, financially, just, I hit rock bottom. My family was the one who was there. You know what I mean? A lot of people I thought were my friends, close people to me, they weren't there. So it's like, it sucks, but, like, sometimes through life we have to go through these weird times to actually realize that people are not in our corner like we think they are. You know what I mean? So it's like, If I have to say I look up to anybody, it's definitely my mom. She's always there for me. She's a woman to admire. She did it all on her own, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course she has her faults, you know, because we all do. Like, she definitely, there's certain aspects or certain features about herself, you know what I'm saying? Not features, certain traits about herself, you know, I definitely want to expand on, you know, as far as for myself. Like, my mom is very much, like I said, she did 5 kids all on her own. But because of that, she has a very much woman power mindset, right? And that could be a good thing, could also be a bad thing, right? I'm not saying it in this way, which just depends on how far we take it, right? And because of how powerful her mindset is to that woman's power mindset, she's never really like shown me how to love a man. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Because we always think like, oh no, like, you know, whatever. I'm a very loving person. I'm very good with people. I love people. But my mom was never a good person to look at, to be able to say like, this is what you should do. This is how you do it. This is everything like that. Because my mom has always been very much independent mindset, you know, which is good. I mean, in a sense, because she put that on me, right? So I have a mindset like, oh, I'm gonna get it on my own. I don't need no man, which is cool to a certain extent, right? Because then you get that a certain extent, like, yeah, okay, it's all cool and dandy and everything like that. And we say, oh, we don't need a man. But then you're sitting up in here in this penthouse and you're like, wait, who do I have to share it with, right? So it's like, it's one of those things, it's like, it's kind of one of those, yeah, you can do it on your own. But my mom, she never was the figure to necessarily look up to that. But on every part of her traits, how strong she is, how much she loves, how much she cares, how much she does for others, I admire. Like, I wanna, you know what I mean? I flourish and hope that one day, like, I'll be even close to how she is. My mom's starting a nonprofit, you know, she's helping kids that were in the foster system. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom she's amazing. She's amazing. Like, I know we all say that about our moms. My mom is really amazing. Like, she's shown me that there's so much more to life, and that just because we make mistakes doesn't mean that we can't grow from them, doesn't mean we can't be better than those mistakes. Again, my mom went from being on drugs to, you know what I mean, going from that to, she now is in the mortgage industry, you know, making over 100,000 a year, like, you know what I mean, but from a place of where for her that was never even like I thought. It was never, you know what I mean? It was never a possibility in her mind, but she fought for that. So it's like, I forever, oh yeah, my mom, I 100% look up to. I'm sorry, I've been talking for a while. I think I kind of forgot where I was even, what I was even talking about. But yeah. When the up dropping curveball, I'm not sure what that means, my bad. You all natural. Justin, almost. My boobs are fake. Shh. Hash browns are fire. Sleepy says we need cooks, 1,000 a week to cook 3 meals a day. Oh, I got you. Hey, Sleepy's taking applications. Put in your application. Sleepy, take my application. Question 4, what is one thing you dislike about being a female? Ooh, that's an interesting question. KP, you come in with the questions. That's a very interesting question. I gotta read that one more time. Question 4, he said, what is the one thing you dislike about being a female? E. You know what I dislike? I don't think it's even necessarily just being a female. Sometimes I dislike being a pretty female. And I know that sounds whatever, but like sometimes I wish I would just be like average. And I know that maybe sounds, I don't know, however, but let me elaborate what I mean by that. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like being a female is hard enough, right? We're always looked at a certain way, no matter how hard we try, no matter how we dress, no matter how whatever little things we change, like we're always gonna be looked at a certain way. We're looked at as a sex symbol, we're looked at as, you know what I mean, like the curves in our body rather than actually how our mind works, all these different things, right? Now, with that being said, it's like, I feel like it's even harder being a beautiful female because people are gonna always see what they see, right? I can't blind you. I can't say, oh, you're gonna see just with how you know what I mean, how you imagine. Let me cover your eyes and just talk to you. Like, no matter what, you're gonna see me, right? And honestly, at the end of the day, it's like I'm always put in a certain box, no matter what it is. It's unfortunate. It's hard sometimes, even simple things like finding and keeping a good job, right? Because at some point your boss wants to fuck you. I mean, in the most whatever way, but like, even if not, when you start the job and he give it to you the job, like at some point they kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, they always have this thing in their mind and they're gonna do these weird things or try to flirt. And that's some, you know, some jobs you cool, like you can keep it, but there's a lot of times you gotta deal with that more. Like, then already females have to deal with it, but then when you're really pretty or really nice to look at, you automatically are like boxed. You know what I mean? You're automatically looked at a certain way. Your work ethics at that point don't necessarily matter. Now it's about, you know what I mean? Oh, well, she's pretty. Oh, well, this and the other. And it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes that could be also a benefit, but a lot of times it's more of an annoyance. As being a beautiful female, you're harassed more. Females are harassed a lot, just period, right? Because a lot of times most guys don't know what harassing really is. They don't know what it means to actually harass a female and how they harass females. So most females are harassed. Now, when you're attractive to look at, a lot of guys don't care what's inside, what your mind is, and how your soul is, and everything like that. No, they see what they see, and then these little things come about, right? They take your kindness for, oh, I can flirt, or I can go to the extra step or extra mile or whatever, take it another step forward because the fact of you being not only beautiful but then also nice, right? So then it's like, then you get those people who are like, well, how come beautiful females are always bitchy? Well, you know what? It's fucked up, but they're forced to be. Right? Like, if you really think about it, imagine just like being in a place in a world where like so many people just see you for your looks, right? And then everybody wants to come talk to you. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has something to offer. A lot of beautiful people get really fucked over, like in a lot of different ways, right? Because people go for their looks. They go for how they look on the outside and they judge them instantly. And instantly, no matter what, even if you like it or not, you're a sex symbol, right? You got some nice curves. You're beautiful to look at. You got a beautiful smile. And people think like, oh, okay, all these good things, I can go ahead and get what I can get from it. And then that's just at the end of it. Well, a lot of people think that way. So a lot of times as a female, like, you got to deal with the most ignorance from others. You have to deal with the most oblivious in others. You have to deal with the most, and I say these words because a lot of times I don't think it all comes from that, right? I think it stems from something a lot deeper than that. But I use these words very carefully because the fact it's like all these things that people make excuses, right? The excuse of, oh, well, I did this or I said that or I did this because I felt like, you know, you must have wanted me. I see how you looked at me. Or, oh, I feel like, well, I mean, I use the word oblivious because it's, as humans, we know, right? You know what's wrong. You know what you wouldn't say to another person, but you choose to say that because in your mind you felt like, well, this person's beautiful, so I'm just gonna say this. They're not gonna take offense to it. Like, it sounds crazy or whatever, but I don't know. I think as a female, it's hard just being taken seriously and just being like, you have to go that extra mile to overprove yourself. You know what I mean? And the same, whatever that somebody else who's not as attractive can do the bare minimum or can just do just that, and they don't have to overprove, right? They don't have to show, hey, I'm worth more than just my looks. They're literally doing that, right? That's all that they have, I guess, going for it or whatever is you're seeing like, oh, okay, well, I mean, yeah, they're pretty, but they're not overly attractive. So like they have something else going. And then when you're someone who's beautiful, you're never taken serious. You're not looked at for your work ethics. You're looked at because you're beautiful. You're not looked at for what's just on your mind and what you can say and what's actually in your heart. You're looked at, again, for what's on the outside and the kind of attention that you can bring to a business or the kind of, you know what I mean? Like, you're automatically put in a different box, and then people wonder why people who look a certain way have a certain attitude and carry themselves a certain way. You know what I mean? Because, like, you kind of get to a point as somebody, you get tired of it, right? Like imagine if every day you wake up and then somebody always like, no matter where you go, there's always somebody trying to hit on you. You walk to the grocery store, you're just in your PJ trying to look like this, trying to go casual. And no matter what, you get several people who stop you. You're in a rush. Like I was rushing the other day. I had a photo shoot and everything. I'm getting ready for it. I'm trying to get all these last minute things. I'm at the store. I'm rushing. And always someone's contracting. Like, oh yeah, thank you. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, but I can't. Like, you know, oh well, you're being a bitch. No, dude. Like I'm busy. You caught me at a bad time. Respectfully, it has nothing to do with because of how I look. It has everything to do with how the moment is, right? There's a time and a place for everything. And it seems like people always think it's a time and a place when you look a certain way, right? They always want to throw their shot, and then it's, oh, you're a bitch because of how you reacted. Well, damn, I'm human, first off. And you just happen to get me at a bad time. You see me rushing to the store, and you still choose to come and run behind me and chase after me and tap me down as I'm rushing, and you see me rushing. You know what I'm saying? Like you see me at the gym working out, and you decide to come tap me on the shoulder to come talk to me, and then I don't understand how I'm annoyed when you're talking to me when I'm trying to work out. Like, you know what I'm saying? These little things, it's like, oh, well, you had to, no. I'm just a human, and you just caught me at a bad time. But it's always, oh, you're a bitch because you're pretty. But if an ugly person were to say the same thing, they're just a bitch, right? Like, I don't know. It's something different. It's something different. And did right by y'all. Robert, I appreciate you. Yes, she did. She did amazing. 5 kids your mother had. Where number are you? My mom had 6, and I'm the second to 6. I am smack down in the middle. So my mom had 5 kids, right? I have 2 older, I have 2 younger, and I am bam, smack down in the middle. And what's so funny about it, so the 2 older siblings, my 2 older sisters, they're 1 year apart, right? My 2 younger siblings, there's only 1 boy, he's the youngest, but they're 1 year apart. And then I am 2 years from the second youngest and 2 years from the second oldest. So I am, when I mean smack down in the middle, I mean I am smack down in the middle. It's absolutely crazy. You come with me. You gotta work to do private. Sleepy, I appreciate you. All about energy. Energy's big. Peace and joy, what's good? How you doing? Hey, if you guys are in here, do me a favor, like the video. I appreciate it. Throw a little thumbs up. Question 6, if you won the lottery today, what's the first thing you'd buy? You know, that's a good question. What's the first thing I'd buy? Probably a house. Probably a house would be the first thing I'd buy. I know everybody goes for the cars and the cool stuff, right? I don't care about the cars and all that stuff. Like, I'd much rather, I'd like to have a house with a yard for these little rats to run around and stuff. And you know, a house, you get, like, you can take money off all the time and all type of stuff. Like, you can refinance, you can do things on, you can build equity, you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good investment. It's a good something that's worth it, just period. And also having just a place that, like, but I want to figure out where, I don't even know where I want to buy a house, though, to be honest with you. Like, if somebody was really, if I won the lottery today, and then I had the money to be able to buy a house today, I don't know what state I'd buy it in. I don't. Because even though, like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, Cali, because I'm here. But at the same time, I don't know if I just want to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely love it. It's great. You know, all that good stuff. But I don't know if I see myself forever. Like, when it comes to retirement days, it's the place I want to lay my head and be buried in the ground. I don't know. I don't know. Are you Latin? No, Justin, I'm black and white. I could be, huh? Maybe, I don't know. No, just light skin. What's your favorite non-alcoholic beverage? Ooh, good question, KP. My favorite non-alcoholic beverage, probably sweet tea. I'd probably say I like teas or coffee. Coffee, I think, would be right there with it. I don't think they're too far apart because I do like me some coffee. I drink coffee. I drink cold coffee, hot coffee, all that stuff. I love the coffee. But I love some tea. So, I don't know. Yeah. Do you think it's wrong for a woman to be open about her period? To be open about her period? You talking about the time of the month? Is that what you're talking about, KP? Because no. Why would that be wrong? To be open about her period? What do you mean? Time of the month? Like to say, like you mean as far as like saying when it is? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what we're talking about? Oh. Because I would definitely feel like there's nothing wrong with it. I'm one of those. I'd be like, it's the time of the month. I'm not in the best mood. So I think I overdo it. How can I reach you for the private though? Ooh, it's very expensive. I'm gonna say that now. Don't even waste your time if it's very expensive. But it's a one-time fee. But it's a couple $100, so don't even waste the time. As in not being afraid to speak openly about the subject. No, I don't think anything's wrong with it. KP, why is nothing's wrong with that? Because think about it, like it's a very natural thing. At that point, what is it that you can? I don't think any female can say anything that nobody already knows about the female period. Like it happens once a month. You bleed, you cramp, you get emotional. You know what I mean? And then every month it repeats. And then when you're bleeding, you know what's happening, so you know what to be aware of. Like, hey, I'm emotional, don't piss me off. Are you open about it? Yeah, I'm open about it. My period comes every 30 days. When was my last period? My last period was probably like, I want to say almost a month ago because it's supposed to be due in about a week. So we're working on 3 weeks because usually the first part of the month is when I have mine. So like that first week in the month. So we're at the end of this month. So like next week, I'll probably start mine. And it happens about, mine is never the same day. I always look at like the same like weekish, right? So like for me, mine is usually the beginning of the month. So I always look towards the beginning of the month for when my period is. Like, I never look for a certain day. Sleepy is a stalker. Why? Why, Michael? Question. When you have kids, when will you have kids and how many? Robert, great question. When will I have kids and how many is the question? As far as when, I don't even know how to answer that, right? If you would have asked me that question as a kid, I would have told you I would have already had kids by now. I'm 28. I thought I would have had kids by 25, right? Honestly, I thought I would have had my first kid by 25 and then so on and so forth. So had you asked me that years ago, I would have told you that. Now, in this point in my life, I think by 35, you know what I'm saying? I think by 35, if I don't have kids by 35, I'm just adopting. but I definitely want to have a kid of my own. So by 35, so like in the next couple years, y'all gonna see some kind of bump happening in the next few years. I want to say maybe like another 3 to 5 years. It's getting, it's getting to that time. And how many? To answer that question, um, sheesh. I guess however many I can financially take care of, right? Because I don't want to bring in too many to where it doesn't make sense, and then I'm having to like have some of my kids not being able to benefit as much, or I'm struggling now taking care of more, just putting myself like in a bigger burden. So I guess however many financially makes sense, but I would say, in a perfect world, a boy and a girl. Done. Done. No more. Right? Just the two. But I do want a boy and a girl. So it's like, my mom, she had five, right? All girls. And then finally the fifth one was a boy. So, right? Michael, go to a Diddy party, mind your business, sleepy. Don't you say that. You guys do you usually get really heavy periods? Because I heard that a lot of women actually do. Yes. I definitely, yes. Well, yes and no. Because so the weird thing is like sometimes I have really heavy ones, right? And like it'll start off bad. But then sometimes I have it to where like some months maybe I just won't bleed as much. Like I won't have it as bad. Like okay, maybe this sounds weird, maybe this is TMI, I don't care, but like I free bleed a lot, right? Like I don't like the tampons and all this, the pads and stuff like that. So it's like instead of using all those different things, then it's like you go different ways of being able to have it to where, because like realistically all those things are like really bad for you, right? Like even though obviously they sell these different things and all that, but it's like how can that really be good for you when it's being stuck inside you like that, right? So it's like I don't even try not to use those things. Sleep because I heard it was sleepy just because by a thing of what are we talking about? Sleepy just bought a 10 pack of baby oil off of eBay. Michael, first off, how do you know eBay has that? Like you're giving away the sauce. You telling your secrets. Have you ever, KP? Where are these questions coming from? First off, how old are you? That's what we gotta figure out. Hold on. I feel like I'm teaching. I'm teaching sex ed. That's what I feel like. And this is how the woman's body looks. I'm sorry for asking. I'm just generally find the female autonomy really interesting. No, it's cool for asking. I don't mind answering. It's just I just was curious. I'm just very interested also. But no, I mean, yeah, sometimes I guess. But again, like I said, I think when you free bleed, I think you kind of knock those issues a little bit more. Like, I mean, sometimes you come out that way, but again, I usually like will just I don't that means I don't wear tampons or anything like that, right? So I don't stick anything up there. I just wear like dresses, and then I know that sounds weird, but like realistically, like when you are just free bleeding, it doesn't just like come out. right? It's usually kind of held up in there, and then like you'll sit on the toilet and then it'll come out, right? So like I won't put anything in there, and then I'll go about my day and I'll be home. Only when I'm home. If I leave, I make sure I stick something in there to make sure that I don't have no accidents, right? But like if I'm home, I just have a dress on, or I don't wear anything, and then I just let it just do what it's supposed to do. At that point, you have less chance of clots, you have less chance of irritation, you have less chance of all those different issues. And if you think about it, the female body is supposed to do just that, right? It's supposed to release all that stuff. You're not supposed to keep any of that in. So to be able to have all kind of stuff like that just doesn't logically make any sense, right? Sleepy likes to wear his mom's underwear. What? Michael, I don't even know what that means. I'm just gonna... I think Sleepy's just fine. We're not being mean in here. Wasn't lying about 21 questions. Yeah, Sleepy, you are just fine. Ask away. Michael, you gotta be nice. What is free bleeding? I've never heard that before. Okay, KP, baby, basically that just means you just don't use anything. Like, you don't use a pad, you don't use a tampon, you don't use any of those. You just let nature just do what it does. Like, you just let it do. And then obviously if it starts dripping down your leg, you go wash off and you shower, but then you just let it keep going. You don't stick nothing up nowhere. You just let it freely do what it's supposed to do. That's free bleed. It's way better. It's way better for your body. It's way better for just everything anyway. Sleepy's idea of showers, waking up in the sprinklers. Michael, what? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. And is it true about your blood usually changes color during your period? Because I heard that can happen sometimes also. Your blood usually changes color? I don't know what you mean. Like, what do you mean? No, it always comes up that same color, like ish. Like red, from like maybe like a brighter red to like a darker red, maybe, if that's what you mean by change color. That's the most kind of change color you're gonna get. Like, it's not gonna come out yellow, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, like I said, I don't know what you mean by change color. If you mean just a shade, yeah, they change shades. They for sure change shades. That is the name of your little one. Can see him. Oh, you see the little baby? She's sleeping. She's sleeping. Little baby. You little baby. You little baby. You little baby. Not my hair. Get out of there. And that's Nubia. This is Hope. And where is she at? There's Missy. Got 1, 2, 3. KP, you're more than welcome. Ask away. You can ask more questions. This could be 100 questions. Love the Pikachu. Actually, Sleepy, this is not no Pikachu. So, if you've ever seen Bob's Burgers, it is my absolute favorite show. This is Coochie Kopi and Louise. So you see the bunny ears, right? That's Louise, and then her hair, and then Coochie Kopi is her nightlight. It's like her little thing. If you've ever seen the show, it's my favorite. Absolute favorite. I've seen it 1,000,000 times over, and I'll watch it 1,000,000 times more. That's all the babies you need. Absolutely, Robert. No more. These are good. 3 is beautiful. What is something that you've never been too shy to talk about? KB, there's nothing I'm too shy to talk about. I talk about everything. I talk about everything. Because I don't have any shame in who I am, and I don't feel like anybody should. You should be open to talk about everything because it makes you who you are today, right? All the experiences we go through, all the life changes, everything like that. All of our choices, make a difference. Sleepy says, "Nah, I got a good look. My bad." Nah, you could, Sleepy. It could look like Pikachu. People say that. I think I've heard that before. I think. I saw the movie. Oh, the movie was great. I seen it in theaters. I was excited. I went to Eden Theater and I watched it. It was amazing. It was great. Worth every bit. Question 9. Are you keeping track of the numbers still? Good for you, KP. Okay, let me hear it. Not to be rude or gross, but when was the last time you actually took a poop? When was the last time? Earlier today? You're probably like 16, 17, I would say, huh? Either that or you're into some weird fetishes. But yeah, I did. I went earlier today. I had some coffee and it just came out. Oh my goodness. Question 10. Sleepy, he's hilarious. He's not pointing up at this, like, this question. I don't know, it was one. All right, question 10. Are you enjoying our question and answer so far? I am. These are some interesting questions, KP. I will give it to you there. I haven't heard these questions before. I thought I've heard them all. Let me hear your voice. Give me my blood though. All right. Let me hear it. What else? Question 11. How many fights or physical altercations have you ever been in your lifetime? Sheesh. Well, this is an interesting question to answer. So, I have never been in a fight with another female in my life. I've never came close. I've never had any female be like, I want to beat your ass. Nothing like that. I was in a domestic abuse relationship, so that's unfortunate. So that's like the, kind of situations. Of course, it's probably a lot more than times that I want to admit, but I am not a fighter. I'm a lover, so I'm not one to want to go fight people. Like, that's just never been me. But I do find it interesting when there's people who are just so full of rage, they just want to fight everybody and just hurt everybody, right? Glad to see you smiling and hope you feel better. I gotta get some rest. I gotta get back on in a couple hours. Bye, Sleepy. Take yourself to sleep. I appreciate you coming in, though. Thank you for coming. You don't deserve that, Queen. Sleepy, I appreciate you for saying that. And you're absolutely right. It took me a minute to realize, but I got out of the situation in a better mind frame and a better situation all around. So that's cool. All right, Sleepy, good night. I'll probably be back. I don't know if I'll be on still by the time you get back, but I'll probably be back on later again. Y'all know I think I go on here at least an hour, at least every other day. Oh, and check out my videos, all the little new stuff I uploaded, all that good stuff. What are you doing, widow? Look at the little baby. Look at this little baby. Go show your little face. Look at the little body. Question 12. What are 3 qualities that you usually look for in a significant other? These are interesting questions. What are 3 qualities I look for in another person? You gotta be funny, all right? Like, I like somebody who's almost leaning on class clown. You know that annoying person in school who, like, the teacher would always yell at and send to the classroom, and send to the detention and all that type of stuff? Like, they almost, like, go a little too far with the jokes. They never stop talking. Like, yeah, I look for almost somebody who's almost like that kind of personality. Like, you're almost leaning towards class clown type of personality. Like, you know, over the top. What else? That's 1. Honesty, that is one of the top qualities, right? Because I would much rather be in a relationship with a guy who cheats on me every other day and then comes to my face and tells me he did, than to be in a relationship with somebody who cheats on me once a year and lies about it. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. I would much rather be in a relationship with somebody who cheats on me every other day and tells me about it than somebody who cheats on me once a year and lies about it. I am big on honesty. And I think honesty and loyalty those are like the same kind of thing, right? Those are like one of the same. And then what would be number 3? Number 3 would have to be, ooh, is this weird? Obsession. I want somebody who's low-key obsessed with me. Like, I need you to, like, just love me. Like, if I don't know how to put that. Just obsessed. Like, I like obsession. Like, if I don't feel like you really care about me as much as you saying, and your emotions are, like, your actions aren't showing that, like, it really doesn't mean anything to me, unfortunately. Like, I like a person that I know is, like, head over heels with. For me, I become more head over heels for, if that makes sense. I know it maybe even sounds a little crazy. Oh, Nubia, come on, bro. Oh, this dog. Why you do that? I've been trying to spark this thing for a really long time and it hasn't been sparking. I haven't tried hard enough, I guess. Okay, my bad. Back to your questions. There's a difference in honesty and selflessness. And selfishness. There's a difference in honesty and selfishness. Robert, absolutely there's a difference. I had to go remove some subscribers so I can add you. But I got you though. Sleepy, I thought you left already. I thought you said you was going to sleep. We all thought you was gone. You came back to say, I appreciate it though. Hey, if you guys haven't already, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I go live on this thing. And check out my videos and all that good stuff. But definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, and then hit the thumbs up because, you know what I'm saying? Don't be stingy. Show the thumbs. Okay. Question 13. What is your favorite dessert? Ooh. This is a great question. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not super big on sweets, right? But I mean, don't get me wrong, I eat them, but I'm just not the biggest sweet person. But I love a good chocolate bar. Like Mr. Good Bar, one of my favorite chocolate bars. If you have not had a Mr. Good Bar, I'm sorry for you. I have one in my freezer currently because they're that good. Like I go crazy for them. Sleeps that could chill you. I did like your energy. Thank you, Sleepy. I appreciate you. I absolutely appreciate that, you guys. Like, and like I said, I'm gonna be on here. Make sure you have, if you haven't, subscribe because I'm gonna be going live more often. And obviously, you see my other lives. So you know, I've been now a couple days strong. You know, I'm just getting, I'm just new to this thing, getting on it. I mean, obviously, I created my account a long time ago, as you can see. But as far as actually posting and everything, you see, as of recent, I've been posting and everything. So make sure you subscribe and check out all the fun things I have coming. Something like that. And you smoke? Yes, I do. I smoke. Maybe over smoke. A lot. Absolutely. Absolutely. Me too. Sleepy, you too? So you get it. So you get it. Because let me tell you, you don't see much of me without seeing smoking. I'm not even gonna try to lie to you. I'm a big homie. Gotta get myself comfy this way. Ooh. Oh, get me this way. Why is it this way? Go ahead. Here we go. Are you gonna do more skits with Suede? Maybe. 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 Look, if you on here, Suede, you gotta do some more skits. We might have some more coming. I gotta get back. I'm getting back on my skits too. So I'm starting to shoot more. So that's the cool thing, right? Look at my dogs over here being little crazy peoples. Oh, I can't smoke on here. I forget. Hold on. Let me show you guys how crazy my dogs be. Is that right? Get him. Y'all see this? She's so cute. I know. Okay. Question 14. Look at this. I'm liking these questions. I'm liking them. Okay, hold on. Wait, go back this way. Okay. Question 14. If you could relive 1 year of your life again, what year would you live again? Ooh. KP, you come with the interesting questions. Are you Googling these questions? Like, how are you coming up with these questions? These are some good questions that you have. If I could relive 1 year, man, probably 2019. 2019 was a really good year for me. If I had to relive one of the years, I'd probably relive 2019. Yeah, it was just, yeah. It was just overall, like, just a great year. For sure. Ah. Excuse you. Look at these dogs. Feeling entitled. Where'd she go? There she's at. Feeling entitled. Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Are you single? I heard your girl, is it true? You getting money? You think you is with you? And I said, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What? Fucking right. Damn right. All right. We said, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What? Fucking right. Oh, I love that song. Talk about a throwback. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Go do your thing, Robert. Now they all off the top of my head. KP, you got some good questions from top of your head. Because, yeah, these definitely some good questions. Oh, my phone's working on dead, huh? I'm going to have to figure it out. Oh, my goodness. Let me see. Okay. What's the next question? Let's go with it. Okay, what else? What else we got? Let's see. Question 15. What is the most grossest or disgusting thing you've ever had to endure in your lifetime? What's the most disgusting thing I had to endure? I don't think that was a conversation. I don't think that's a conversation for on here. Oh my goodness. That's a funny question. That's a very funny question. Sheesh. I think that's a good question. I think that's a great question for another day. I haven't drank enough for that question. The most disgusting thing I had to endure is crazy. Yeah, I think that one is one that's gonna be a. Because, I've lived an interesting life, to say the least. I've lived an interesting life. I'm not one to judge anybody for anything. And I live freely. Let's say that, to say the least. Right? So it's like, I definitely think that's a. Okay, people, let's hear it. Here we go. What is your favorite movie or TV show? See, there we go. I'm gonna tell you right here. Look at it. Bam, Bob's Burgers, right there with it. Right there with it. The best show. The absolute best. It's all dark in here. I'm gonna probably get off here in a minute. It's getting dark, and I don't feel like turning the light on. You said, let's hear number 15. I gave you 16. My favorite show, look. Boo Boo Bob's Burgers is the burger. All right, let's hear 17. We'll come back to 15. We'll come back to 15. We're going to come back to that one. If 5 people comment 15, I'll say it. If I need 5 people, different people to comment 15, and then I'll answer it. If not, we're going to come back to that one. We're going to come back to that one. He said he promised. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. Even if not today, another day for sure. Robert says, what kind of movies are you making soon? Excuse you. What do you want, dog? Ooh. Almost dropped her little self. What kind of movies? Like, what do you mean? You talking about my own movies? Or are you talking about on my private? Question 17. If you could visit or travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? Oh, this is a good question. I've traveled to a lot of places, but there's still a lot of places I want to go. One of the next places I want to go. I really want to go to Europe. Yeah. Europe would probably be one of the next places I want to go. It would be one of the next places for sure. Yeah. What is your most embarrassing moment? My most embarrassing moment. Let me think about it. What's my most embarrassing moment? I don't know. I don't get embarrassed very easily. My most embarrassing moment. Ooh, that was pretty embarrassing actually. One of my most embarrassing moments would probably be, so I have medical issues and I get febrile seizures, which is basically like my body just overheats and I seize up, right? And I've dealt with migraines all my life and everything. But this was actually not too long ago. This was a few months ago. I was over hanging with a celebrity and a bunch of people. And I'm chilling, I'm smoking, I'm rolling up, everybody's good, the vibe is there. All of a sudden, I start dripping sweat. And that person looks at me and goes, "Are you good? Okay?" I'm like, oh shit, not right now. I'm dripping sweat, body heating up. I'm like, what's the bathroom? He points me in the direction to the bathroom. I'm walking to the bathroom and I pass out, fall to the ground, bam, smack the ground. And I'm like, I black out. I'm barely, like, I can barely see. My vision's fucked up. I get up, trying to walk to the bathroom again. I get in the bathroom before I can make it all the way in. Bam! Hard as fuck. I pass out again, blacked out. And now I'm like sitting there, I close the door, and I'm like trying to throw cold water on me and like trying to like cool myself off and stuff. Finally, after I like sit there for a while and I'm doing that, I kind of start coming back. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go back out there. You know how you gotta go back out there, you gotta like face the people, you gotta look at them in the face. I was so embarrassed. I just kept saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, no, it's cool, but we're gonna go. Yeah, I know. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Again, yes, it is medical reasons, but like still, it's embarrassing. It's nothing about that is like, because even though I've dealt with them all my life, I had my first one as an infant. My mom thought I was gonna die. But I had my first one as an infant, and even though that was the case, like, I never experienced that in front of strangers. Like, my family has seen it, but like strangers, that was like the first time, because normally it happens in my sleep, right? So it's like, that was definitely an experience there of its own. Like, embarrassing, to say the least. I couldn't look people in the face after that. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? Unfortunately, the first thing is I check my phone. Then I get up and I play some music that makes me feel good. Michael Bublé, Feeling Good. If you haven't heard it, it's amazing. Definitely one of the best songs to like start your day, trying to feel good and, you know, getting the energy right and all that good stuff. Yeah. That's probably the first thing. That's how I start my days. It's pretty cool. Ain't y'all tired of being on? How long have I been on here? 70 minutes? I've been talking for that long? You guys haven't been tired of hearing me talk? That is hilarious. Okay. Robert says no. Well, thank you, Robert. Question 20. Would you ever cheat on a significant other if you knew you wouldn't get caught? Have I versus will I now? I think is two different questions. Have I cheated? Yes. Would I now? No. Because I think at this point in my life, I know what I want, right? As humans, we all make mistakes. No one's perfect. I'm not even trying to pretend that I am. I'm far from. I for sure have made my mistakes, but now I definitely believe that it's how you react to those mistakes, right? And how you what your next steps are from the mistake, right? I for sure have made the mistake, but moving forward, would I? No, because I know what I want, and I'm too comfortable in with what I want to settle for anything that's not that. So kind of avoids that whole needing to cheat, right? Because you're getting that fulfillment, you're getting what you want. You don't need to go find it from something else. So if that answers your question. Final question. What was your favorite question I've asked you? Ooh, my favorite question was probably, let me see. Hey, I think I like the question, probably the what year would I want to relive? I've never had anybody ask me anything like that. To even have to think about, to really think about what year I really enjoyed. Or what year I guess would say was like my best last year. You know what I mean? Like I never had to really think about that. So I think I really like that question. That was probably my favorite question. Hey, listen to UGK as opposed to Bubble. The song reminds me of you. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. It's supposed to Bubble. I don't even know who that person is or the song, so I'm gonna have to check it out. We gotta do part 2 sometime soon. Definitely, KP. Make sure you subscribe. Come back and check me out later. All that good stuff. But yeah, I think at this point I'm pretty much talked out. I feel like aren't you guys tired of hearing me talk? I know I'd be saying a lot of stuff, but you forgot about 15. No, I didn't forget about it, KP. I know exactly what you're talking about. But we're gonna put a pin in 15. I remember what you asked me. You asked me which said the most thing that I didn't want, that most uncomfortable thing. What is the most grossest, disgusting thing you've ever had to endure is what you asked me. I remember. I haven't forgot. I just haven't got to it. That's a part 2 question, I think. Justin, don't play with me. There is not a spider. Because I sure was going to be looking. You think you funny, Justin. You think you funny. I sure was looking for a spider, too. Okay, you have a good one. I'll let you later. All right, Robert, have a good one. Next time we gotta have a spicy Q&A. It's my bucket list. All right, you know where to find me. I'm in this live here. I be on here some days. You catch me. At least every other day, I'm on here for at least an hour. Some days longer. If you see my other lives, I just be in here. Just be talking to myself and to y'all and to whoever else want to listen. Nah, I appreciate y'all though, for real, for real. Y'all make me feel a lot better. I definitely am leaving this live way better than I came on here, right? So that's great. What? Come on. Look at the cute little thing. Look at this little body. Like, how can you be something so little and so cute? Oh. I'm glad you could too, KP. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it, yes. Absolutely. You made me feel a lot better. Oh, look at this little thing and that little face. Ah. Ah. Ow. That's my hand. Look at her trying to bite me. This little one and then the big one. And then the baby. Ow, don't whip my hair though, please. Give me get my hair, don't please. Don't touch me with my hair, please. Oh, my little babies, little babies, the babies. Dang, Hope, you just jumping over everybody. Y'all see what I had to deal with? But this has been great. Now that my phone's about to die and everything, this is great. I very much appreciate this help. Hey, if you guys are in here, do me a favor, subscribe, because you want to come back and see me later, right? Don't forget. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. What is happening here? Why do we have all these dogs all on me? Mm-hmm. Well, I can't see now. Hold on. When am I gonna stream again? Either tomorrow or the next day. I usually do it every other day, at least. Sometimes you could see my history. I just turn your notifications on. I'm just on here. I get on when I want to talk. I get on when I don't. I get on when I want to vent. It's not doing the best. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. But yeah, turning your notifications, all that good stuff, you guys. I'm probably about to get off of here. My phone's about to die. My internet's starting to act weird. There's a lot going on over here, and I don't know what's going on, but my phone's not agreeing with it. Subscribe. Come back and see me. And it was great talking to you guys. I very much enjoyed this conversation. Can we? Yeah. KP, come on back. We get spicy. Ooh, spicy baby. Spicy baby. Ow. You just bited me. Yeah, come back. Turn on your notifications, all that good stuff. When I'm on here, come on in, ask questions away. Ow, ow. This dog, look at this dog. Ow, ow. Ew. Can you get off of my toe? Get off of my toe. Ow. Ow.